Good afternoon, folks. It's real good to see you. I want to just take a moment as we open up the final session here and acknowledge the action that just went down, that was organized by Hands Up United to the St. Louis Shut It Down. We really have to acknowledge that while we are here together, being together and in support of folks, they are actually on the front lines of St. Louis. They are here in Ferguson, and they are putting their bodies on the line in a different way than those of us that are sitting here at the tables are. So again, let's just put our hands together for Hands Up United and acknowledge that, and acknowledge the effort of all of our bodies being here together and choosing to confront racism and confront white supremacy together, because that's the only way that we are going to push it back. And so many of you don't know me, but what I am about is about bridging the inner life of personal transformation with social liberation. And many of us know that the images that we are facing and the increased awareness of the kind of racism and white supremacy is actually traumatizing to us. And it's traumatizing to any of us that are actually in touch with our humanity. So if it's not traumatizing to you, you need to do some checking about what's going on inside of you. And what we need to do as activists, though, is we need to be able to, as Asada said, to love each other and to take care of each other. And one of the ways that we need to do that is to have self-care practices. So I'm going to introduce a self-care practice. I call it a radical Dharma. And Dharma means truth, centering practice. And so if you just take a moment and work with me here, what I want you to do so that you can check if it's working for you is take a moment and bring to mind a difficult experience. Don't go crazy. Just pick a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. So just take a moment and bring that to mind. And what I want you to do is feel that and notice how that feels in your body and how you get triggered and how that starts to work in your body. Now, there's a lot of practices out there, but we all know that when we're experiencing trauma, when we're experiencing the beginnings of suffering, that we can't go run out and get our meditation cushion or our yoga mat and throw it down and start doing things. But we can choose to center, and we can choose to breathe until they try to take that away too. So what I want you to do is to extend your crown towards the sky. First of all, actually feel your feet and feel your seat. So notice your feet and your seat. And then extend your crown towards the sky. Because in your length, you find your inherent dignity. And that means that's dignity that cannot be taken away. On the out-breath, I want you to broaden your shoulders from left to right and right to left. And begin to extend out. In our width, we find our sense of community and relationship. First with ourselves and then with others. On the in-breath again, feel your front body facing towards future generations. But also come back through and feel your back body and the ancestors behind you. Some of them wanted, some of them unwanted. Choose the ones that are working for you, that you can feel their support at your back. And finally, connect to your source of power by focusing on what matters to you. What motivates you to get out into this every day. Focus on that and bring it right here, just beneath the belly button, into your core, because that's the source of our power. Every movement, every action comes from our core. So drop your attention right down, focusing on what matters. And now I want you to check in with that thing that felt difficult and notice how it shifted for you. If it didn't shift enough, rinse, wash, repeat. We need to have these kind of practices because our choice to heal is radical. Our choice to live is radical. Our choice to thrive in the face of suffering and oppression is radical. And without inner change, there can be no outer change. Without collective change, no change matters. Thank you so much. Everyone go home and be safe after this session. Be well.